what you do. Happy Wednesday, everyone, and welcome to my channel, Addicted to Real Estate. I am Phaedra McQuarrie. Mm-mm. One moment. This is not going to work. That glare, did you see it? I don't like that. So anyway, welcome to my channel, Addicted to Real Estate. I am Phaedra McQuarrie. I am a licensed real estate agent here in the state of Arkansas. I have been consistently licensed. Tell you why I said that later. I have been consistently licensed here in the state of Arkansas for 19, 20 years, a long time, put it like that. And I love being a real estate professional. I love meeting new people. I love serving um, my clients. I love helping first time buyers. I love working with investors. I just love real estate. I'm addicted to real estate. Hold up. It's another side that we really need to talk about. We got to talk about this because there's another side to real estate. Outside of that check and outside of working with clients and smiling and all that type of stuff. It's another side that we got to talk about. Come on. And I want to talk about what it's really, really like to be a real estate agent. Let's talk about the good stuff first because I don't want to get on here and act like I do not appreciate my clients. I appreciate each and one of my clients. Thank you so much. Thank you, God, for connecting me with the people that have trusted me to assist them with buying and selling their property. Thank you. I am appreciative. But let's talk about the other side that comes with serving. Because when you're a real estate agent, you serve. Whenever, whatever profession you're in, if you're a hairstylist, you serve. If you are a nail technician, you serve. If you are a car repair person, you serve. You serve. And so there are pros and cons to serving. And so the pros is you could connect with people, you make new connections, you you see the joy, you get to be a part of the joy that your client experienced by becoming a first time homeowner. You get to be a part of the joy that your client experienced as an investor when they bought their first investment property and flipped it. That's the joy, and you enjoy all that. But then there's another side, the cons, of where you're serving, you're giving so much of yourself, and sometimes it goes unnoticed and it can be draining. You are basically you're basically a life coach to your clients because you're making sure that you're putting them in contact with the lender. You're making sure that they're submitting all their documents. You're making sure that you're getting all the documents you need them to sign. And so you're doing in a real estate transaction, you're connected to a lot of people to serve your client to make sure everything goes smoothly for them. And like I said, sometimes you can lose yourself, and it's a real thing. You can be so connected to your clients that you actually forget some of your own personal business. I don't keep it real. I've been so busy sometimes. I opened a bill and the shut off was the day before. Thank God that the lights were still on and I gotta go rush and be like, whew, oh, I'm gonna pay the bill. And you be like, gosh, I didn't even know. It's like, I've been so busy sometimes, guys, like for real. I know you can relate to this. You're making sure your clients, hey, did you pay this? Make sure you don't have any 30-day late. Did you do this? Did you do that? And I've been like one time I closed and I realized, when was the last time I looked at a bill? And luckily, like I said, everything was still on. But it's a real thing. You're so busy facilitating in somebody else's life that you forget to manage your own and facilitate your own life. And that's it's just a real thing because that's what happens when you are a person that's in a profession where you are serving, you know? And so, and then when you encounter clients that are, you have some clients That's just their personality. They're combative, and so you have to adjust your emotions and take this whatever they have going on. If they just want to be mean, you gotta keep yourself in a place where you gotta try to stay professional. Now, have I came unglued before? Yes, and I didn't like it. Um, and it doesn't happen all the time, but there has been a time or two where, uh, I came unglued. I had a client, and honestly, I'm not, guys, I'm not perfect, but I take my, I take this being professional in this business very serious because at the end of the day, you get your business off of word of mouth, and it's based on how that person's experience was with you. Now, you can't control everything, but for the most part, I try to be professional. I don't try, I be professional. Even if I'm working with somebody I know, I'm still gonna show up to that appointment on time. I'm not gonna take for granted that, oh, that's my friend, I could be 20 minutes late. No, I'm gonna be on time. We're gonna handle business, and then we're gonna laugh later. But I'm gonna stay focused because even though you know somebody, when you're doing business, most people don't, they want to do business. They don't want to play and all that stuff right now. And then, buying a home, that's one of the biggest purchases that someone makes. So you want to stay on task, and that's what I try to do with anybody. Even when I sold my oldest daughter her home, I said, I'm not your mom right now. I'm your real estate agent. So ask me the questions that you need to ask me, and I let her make most of the decisions on her own because I didn't want to. I want her to get the full experience as well that I give to any of my clients. But anyway, back to what I was saying about how I had a client before that she was just, the home inspection and had taken place, and we went to go do the walkthrough to check that the repairs were done, and she was just mean. She just came there mean. I don't know why. And so after we left, I forgot what happened if we got on the phone, but she was just, no, it wasn't that. Well, that day after that, she decided that she didn't want to deal with me no more. So my broker stepped in and finished the transaction till we got to closing. But it was one day she called and she was just hollering and cussing me out. I mean, cussing. And I work a full time job, so I was at work and she was hollering so bad I had to like take a break and go downstairs. And I I reacted. I came out of professional mode, and it was some profanity used because she was using so much of it, and I didn't like that. I didn't like that because I don't want to be like that. At the end of the day, we are the professionals, and so I had to like. Um, I ended up watching me some like real estate coaching videos. I had kind of Googled like how to handle irate customers and stuff like that. And I probably spent like 30 or 40 minutes watching those videos. And then I ended up composing the email, and I sent her email, and I apologized. I didn't do nothing wrong, but I apologized for coming out of my professionalism. That didn't sit well with me because, I don't want the last conversation that she had about me to be, yeah, she said XYZ. So I wanted it to be, if nothing else, I did apologize, because I didn't want to, that's not how I want to carry myself. So, you know, and we're human and you have those times, but this stuff really does happen. And sometimes, you know, like every day may not, it's not a good day for us, and every day is not a good day for the client. But I have to find ways to keep my mental healthy so that I could serve, you know, give me one moment. So that I could serve my clients. I want to give them the best customer service that I can give them, and so I don't want to come off, having to just act that way. So that didn't sit well with me, but it's a real thing, and I was talking to my lender. And let me give her a shout out right quick. Tamika Hunt with Cross Country Mortgage. Follow her on Facebook, and she'll be a great asset to you and your clients. Tamika Hunt with Cross Country Mortgage. But we were talking today, and I was saying how when I first got into real estate, people say don't get your emotion in it, just make your money. And sometimes I find myself saying, okay, I'm not gonna care, but I I just realized I was telling her, I said, you know what? That's who I am. I'm a caring person, and I can't make myself be that way if I'm not that way. Like I care, and sometimes I do care too much. So I just gotta find way. I gotta find boundaries to set for myself. But I look at my clients. First of all, I'm very appreciative that for the opportunity to help you buy a house or help you sell a house. So yes, at the end of it, I'm getting compensated, but I'm not just looking at you like, yeah, I'm gonna make this money off of them. That's not how I'm looking at you. Like I really care. I really want for my first time home buyers. I really want you to understand what you're doing, and I try to educate you throughout the process. For my sellers, I want to educate them about the process about different loans, the market. I want you to be educated, and I want you to feel happy that I had a good agent. I want you to be happy with me and my service, like I had a good agent. I want you to be happy with this. So, um, but like I said, it can just really you can get drained from this sometime, especially when you are. Um, I used to get kind of upset when you talk to a new client and you get a call, hey, such and such preferred me, and then you get it talking to them and you telling them everything that they need to do to become a homeowner, and then they take all your information and they take their business somewhere else. And so I would get so upset about that, but I realized some things that I did wrong that, well, I'm not gonna say some things I did wrong. I realized that I didn't have a good plan in place. My thing, I'm not doing this now, but I used to, somebody send me a referral, I get on the phone, hey, yeah, you need to do this, this, and this. And so I need to first figure out, would you like to be a client of mine? Get my buyer's representation signed. And then we talk more in detail about what they need and what I need so that we can be a good fit for each other. At first I was getting on the phone just giving them the whole spiel, and so then when they take the business somewhere else, I'm mad, and I realized, you know what, you can't be mad because you are the professional, so you need to make sure you have your buyer's agreement signed, and things like that to protect the both of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's I always hold myself accountable, and so I'm always looking at things that I need to do better to serve better, and I'm learning to set boundaries, and I'm learning to stick to my boundaries, for everyone. Even if I know somebody, you gotta have a plan and stick to it. And so some of these things that come with serving, you won't encounter because you're doing things better so that you won't end up in certain situations. But yeah, so I just really want to know what you guys feel about the other side, the truth about real estate in terms of the mental side, like what I've discussed today. Let me know how you feel, if you can relate, things you do to keep your mind healthy, keep yourself balanced. Because we have to wake up every day. When you serving, you got to wake up every day and be your cheerleader. You got to cheer yourself on, especially if you're not having a good day. You're not having a good day, but it's 2:30 here and you got an appointment, and maybe you didn't have a good day, but you got to put a smile on your face and you got to go serve. So tell me some of the things that you do to um, you know keep yourself focused and keep your mind healthy and keep your spirits up when you have those not so good times um, being a real estate agent. I hope my video inspired you and it started some conversation because I was thinking maybe we need a real estate support group. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. So the reason I said at the beginning that I've been consistently licensed for 19 years because I got one of my best friends. Shout out to Carrie Joyner. She's a real estate agent here in Arkansas with Century 21 United. But I met her when I first got into real estate, and so um, I haven't done it recently. But every year, Chad, I was going inactive. And she'll listen to me like, I'm going inactive. I'm just tired of this. I'm over it. I'm going inactive. So that's why I said, because I've never done it. So that's why I said I've been consistently licensed. Just a little joke I was cracking because I guess they made me feel good to say I'm done with this. I'm going inactive, but I'm still active. I've never gone inactive. I still enjoy real estate. I'm appreciative for my clients that trust me to serve them. And yeah, I'm still in the business. I still love it. But I mean, let's talk about it. This is a real subject that should be discussed. And I hope other real estate professionals understand where I'm coming from and can relate. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe and talk to me in the comments. Let me know if you feel the same way. Bye bye.